Guys, it's Christy. I'm here with card number 6 in my 2014 spring series. Last night I just felt like coloring for the sake of coloring. Most of the time I hardly have any time to color just for fun because I'm usually have a lot of design team projects, on my schedule. But I had gotten some of those knocked out and I felt like just coloring for fun. So it was too late to film a video. It was too dark in my craft room, but I stamped out a bunch of images from this Mama Elephant Up and Away stamp set, which is just super, super cute. And then I ended up coloring and die cutting the pieces. And then this morning I assembled this cute little card. This is going to be a birthday card for one of my new coworkers at my new job. I'm still working at AC Moore, but I got a new job as well at a local paint your own pottery place called Claytopia. You guys have probably heard me mention it. I've been going there for a while just to paint, and they offered me a job there recently, so it's been a lot of fun. It's been a lot on my plate right now with the design team stuff and then the 2 jobs. I haven't had a day off in 2 weeks. So, but I'm loving it there. It's really fun. But anyway, so I made this little card for one of my coworkers and I hope she's going to really like it. She's an artist and she paints lots of woodland critters. I actually take painting lessons from her at Claytopia after hours. So, anyway, I hope she's really going to like it. But anyway, so I ended up with some scraps. I colored an extra monkey and another set of balloons because I thought I might try to squeeze all 3 on there, but they didn't end up fitting. So I just left him aside for another project. And then I ended up with a bunch of other scraps as well because when I'm stamping, I like to stamp out, like I said, a whole bunch of images, and then I just have them ready to color whenever I have free time, and then I can die cut them and use them on a project. So I have these scraps, and I thought I might use the little fox and an umbrella for today's card. I'm just gonna snip off the little monkey so we can set him aside. Okay. And I'm going to be using this sentiment set. This is a brand new one from the new release. I just filmed a haul video earlier today. This is the Everyday Greetings. So we'll get to that in a little bit. But first I'm going to start out with coloring these 2 little images. And to begin, I'm going to start with my OR family. That's the oranges. I'm going to begin with OR1, and I'm just going to lay down some color over the fox. Just giving him some color on his body. Almost forgot his tail. I'm going to leave the tip a little bit white. I'm going to go in with my OR2 and kind of just darken up some of the shadows. Make his face look a little bit more 3-dimensional. Under his chin. And around his belly. On the bottom of his leg, down the one side of his tail. I'm going to take the OR3, which is my darkest, and just deepen that even further. And then I'm going to blend that out a little bit with my OR2. And then I'll go back with my OR1, my lightest shade, and just finish blending that in. Go over all the light spaces and a little bit over that OR2. Kind of drag that color together and blend it. Okay. And I forgot to zoom in, so I'm going to do that quick for you. Okay, sorry about that. I hope you guys were able to see. I'm going to continue with the FS1 and 3. And just give a little bit of all over shading with that FS1. Avoiding his eyes right now just to keep that color really light. The middle of his belly. I do actually want a little bit of white. I apologize if you guys can hear the trains again. My goodness. I can't seem to find a good time to film a video when they're not running. They're just running all the time. So just adding a little bit more color in there. And then I'm going to blend that out. But again, I'm going to leave some white space because his fur should actually be white on his belly and his face. I just want to give it a little bit of color so that it has some more dimension. And then I'm going to take my colorless blender and I'm just going to really fade that out. I know you guys have been requesting some more real-time coloring videos from me, and I'm trying to do them. I hope you guys enjoy this. They are a little bit lengthier because it takes, you know, some time to do all that coloring. So I hope you guys don't mind the longer video time. If you rather, I have thought about possibly, I'm taking the FS1 and just blending that line a little bit. I still see a little bit of a harsh line around some of the areas, so I'm just blending that out a little bit more. But I was saying, if you would rather that I separate the videos and do like coloring an image in one video and then making the card in a separate video, I would be open to that. So let me know if that would make it easier or more confusing for you. Alright, so I'm done with him. All I'm going to do now is add a little bit of PP2 for his cheeks. Just give him a slight little blush here. And I'm not going to even blend that out because that went on very lightly. Okay, now I'm going to take CT3 and 4 for my umbrella. Sorry, let me take the CT3 first. I'm going to just do an all over color there on the umbrella. Doesn't have to be perfect because I'm just laying down some color so I can do my shading. I've got some white space there that I'll fill in. Alright, so now I'm taking my CT4 and I'm going up underneath the underside of the umbrella and really laying down some color there. And then I'll also do the corners on the top of the umbrella where they would be farthest away from the light. Really deepening that color. Alright, and then I'll go back over that with the CT3. Oh, switching to the brush nib. I have brush nibs on my CT markers. I have them on a lot of them, but I still have quite a ways to go to switch them all over from the chisel to the brush, which is my preferred. I like the bullet and the brush for coloring the best. Because the brush gets you the nice flicking motions and a really nice blend because you can lay down a lot of color at once. But the bullet nib gets you in the fine details. So I really like having those. I don't really use the chisel at all. Just deepening up that color a little bit more. And then I'm going to take a BG8 and just do this little thing that you push the umbrella up. I'm not even sure what it's called. Alright, so there's our coloring. I'm going to die cut these images and I'll be back to finish the card. Okay, so I have die cut my images with the matching Mama Elephant dies, and I just secured those into place with a little bit of post-it tape. So I can go ahead and pull these out of the dies. You want to just lift your post-it tape up really carefully, but it's a very low tack tape, so it works really well with the dies. And then I used the cloud die from the Landscape Trio to go ahead and die cut a cloud shape out of some Spectrum Noir Ultra Smooth Premium White cardstock. So I can just pop those dies back in my case here. This is Easy Magnetic Storage Folder from Crafter's Companion. That's how I store my dies. It's really great for them because they're really secure in there. Alright, and now we can continue on with our card. I've got a piece of Lake House cardstock by W+9 folded to a standard size card that's 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And I'm going to adhere that to the top of our card. And just trying to get some placement ideas here. I think I'll go ahead and put my sentiment down in the bottom right corner. And like I said, I'm using this brand new set called Everyday Greetings. And I'm using the Spreadin' a Little Love sentiment. And I'm going to ink that up with some VersaFine Onyx Black ink. It's my favorite ink for sentiments just because you get a really bold black impression. Using the grids on my block to get that straight. And now I'm going to take some foam adhesive. These are from Best Creations. And I'm just going to add some foam dimensionals to the top of my cloud panel. To get that lined up nice and straight, I like to turn the card upside down so I can really get that straight on the card. Press that into place. Okay. Then take 2 more foam dimensionals for the umbrella. Add it up there, and then I'm going to take 2 more for my little fox. I'll just grab that, kind of hold the umbrella handle down while I secure him there. So now I've got 2 layers of dimension. My cloud and my fox are at the same level, and then the umbrella is popped up 1 layer higher. Okay, so lastly, I'm going to take some of my favorite sequins, which are the Pretty Pink Posh. This is the Springtime Mix. And I'm going to just pour out a few here onto my work surface. I want to make sure I get at least 1 or 2 of these little pink flowers in here. I love those. I think there's a couple in there now. At least 1. There's another one. Okay, and I'm just gonna add a few of these up into my clouds. Okay, and then I think I'm gonna take a couple of the sparkling clear 4mm sequins and just add a couple of those as well. And then I'm going to go ahead and secure these down into place with some glossy accents. Just adding a tiny dab because that's all it takes. Alright, those are all secure now. I ended up adding 1 little pink flower right over the word love. I had thought about putting it behind the fox's ear, but it ended up being too close to this one for the visual triangle, so I moved it down and was much happier with that. And that's my finished card for today. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Let me know how you liked the real-time coloring portion of the card, and I'll see you next time. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye.